Hello everyone, quick market update. So Bitcoin has dropped beneath the channel, tapping the liquidity under it. So let me just clean this up a little. We will have to see if this level will already hold or if we are still getting lower. Personally, the only levels where I'm interested in from now, I got filled on the $29,200 long order I had mentioned in the previous updates. But from this point on, I'm only interested in everything under the 50% threshold of this whole move, which means 28,358 and lower. Otherwise, I will not add to my longs anymore. Especially interested in this small red candle here before the impulsive wave continuation at 26,800 on Binance. And if you enter specifically here, you can just put your invalidation right under those candles and then basically aim at either the highs here or higher, which will give you a very good RR. And secondly, the second point I'm really interested in is this order block. Some people include the wicks, some people don't. It's either at $26,197 or $26,060, give or take. And similarly, if you really see a violent price move down, you can enter here, put your stop right there, and then aim for the highs. So I have buy orders both at 26,800, give or take, and the 26,060 area. And my invalidations are exactly like this. So for the entry here, my invalidation will be under these candles and the wicks at around 26,250, and for the lower entry 24,800, give or take. I do have some longer term buy orders at 27,500 and then 26,900. So in case we see a wick down here during some surprise event, that can be FOMC, the press conference afterwards, or some FUD, as we are so used to from the United States especially. But yeah, basically I'm done accumulating in the upper range or in the premium zone of this whole move, and I'm waiting now for either a discount price entry or I will just wait out the sideways chop and then see if we go up from here. ETH, I got stopped out of my long, unfortunately, so now I'm waiting for the liquidity to be tapped under these lows here, and if price starts dipping into it or beneath it, I will then switch to lower time frames to look for an entry. But before this happens, I'm not interested in ETH again. Link. So I have a nice long running on Link. We can probably get rid of these areas here. Let me take this and this. So I did take some partial profits at around $8.03, and I'm now waiting for the pullback. My targets for adding to my long position again is from this swing low to the high of the impulse wave. Let me get rid of this high time frame channel for a second. And similarly to Bitcoin, I'm interested in adding only under the 50% mark of this whole move. Otherwise, I'll just stick it out with my leftover position, and then my target up here will be my exit. So I have long orders scattered at these marked levels here. Get rid of this too. It seems like a harsh drop. It may or may not happen, but right now the trajectory is clearly down, and usually we do see a retrace at least to the 50% mark of an impulsive wave before continuation. We will see that at on XRP later too. And yeah, if the 62% or 70.5% retrace gets tested too, so to say, then I'll happily buy around there, and then my targets will remain the same. I have already secured the position, I think, with the stop loss either at break even or even in profit, because the price should not dip under the 79% retracement level anymore at this point if this bullishness on Link is going to continue. MATIC, yeah, so the sample setup I was discussing in the last update got invalidated relatively quickly. After that we got the initial bounce, but then with the market turning down, MATIC did so too. It's currently under the trend line and back into the previous resistance we had our eye on, the resistance area. So I'm just waiting and seeing right now. Let me see. I mean, this is not... Let me just hide this for a second to make it cleaner. So the retracement from the, I would say the prominent swing low to the high, the retracement is back under the 50% level and closing in on the 62% retracement level. So depending on what Bitcoin is doing, if price reaches this area or even this area, I may start longing or accumulating MATIC a little bit. I'm still bullish on MATIC, but like I mentioned in the last update, it is facing a potential crashing structure. So the first rejection at around 90 cents already is quite suspicious, because this is the corrective wave 4. If you remember, if you haven't watched the video, just it was last Friday, July 21st, I think. So unless price takes out this high at 97 cents and gets a sustained move or a flip of it, the likelihood that we will see a new low on MATIC and then a Wyckoff accumulation is relatively high. So even if I take longs here, I would probably move my stop loss to break even relatively fast, especially once price enters into these regions. And last week, or the last target for me was $1.02, but now for this long I would probably target more the 94 cents area, which is still a nice RR if we get an entry at the 62 and 70.5 retracement levels. But again, I'm not rushing into any position for MATIC right now. I'm just waiting and seeing the price reaction here. Usually we see at least some consolidation for a few days. I may switch down to lower time frames when I get my alert triggered to see what's going on. But a V-shaped type of bounce from here is very unlikely. So I'll take my time with the entry. Lastly, XRP. So XRP, first of all, let's clean up the chart a little bit. I want to change the retracement range to this prominent swing low here just before price took off, which changes the levels a little bit, but still within my interest area. So I have long orders scattered throughout this whole region. The lower we dip, the happier I am, to be honest. 56 cents, I mean the retest of this super long previous range. Structurally it makes sense, but I do not know if the market will give it to us. But I have already started accumulating from 70 cents. I had a buy order at 68 cents, 66, 64, 60, and all the way down to 56 cents. And I'll just be accumulating because I believe that XRP is not done running and it will go for an all-time high soon. I'm still waiting for the Ripple settlement regarding the illegal sales to the institutional investors of XRP. And once that settlement is handled, I think new partnerships and new projects will be announced soon now that they have legal clarity, and that will carry the price up higher. I mean, historically speaking, XRP is a very slow moving coin until it breaks out. So we may see some torturous sideways for a while here, but I do not think it's gonna be this long, definitely not. But it will also probably just maybe 1 or 2 weeks before we should see any move, if there is anything to the story. And if you remember, I had pointed out that there is a market maker sell model developing on the lower time frames. So while the higher time frames are still very bullish, the lower time frame was showing me that a retrace is coming. I took a short at 79 cents and my target hit yesterday at 68 cents. So I'm out of my short and I used the profits to long partially already. And as I mentioned, the lower long orders are still waiting down here. So this has played out beautifully. And yeah, that's it. See you again on Friday.